will let the ships go through the Hormuz. That would be, so let's have another conversation. I can see that as a possibility. But if fundamentally, as Vice President Vance said, they're not willing to give in on their nuclear program, which means not only do they have to give up what they've enriched, but they can't have any nuclear program. And that means giving us access, kind of like what we had with Libya, where we were able to extract the nuclear material and destroy the nuclear facilities. It's just hard for me to see that this regime will ever concede on that point. So then the question is, what do we do about it?
Right, and I did want to share this. This is from Fox News correspondent Trey Ying saying no U.S. negotiators remain in Pakistan following 21 hours of talks. Iran still unwilling to make key concessions on enriched uranium and the Strait of Hormuz. So, Michael, as we look ahead, really, we're kind of at a standstill here. Where does the United States go from here?
Yeah, so there are a few options. We can maintain a blockade of Iran, of the Hormuz, which means eventually, making sure that no Iranian oil gets out while clearing the Hormuz of any mines and so on. We could then move forward and say, we've cleared out the Strait of Hormuz, and now Saudi and Emirati oil could get out, but we're not allowing Iranian oil to get out. I may add that my organization, JINSA, we recommended early January that we should blockade the Iranians and strangle the regime economically. So I'm glad to see the administration is doing that now. We could go further and say we'll either take over or destroy Karg Island, which is where like 90% of Iranian oil exports go through, where they're piped to and then unloaded from. We could do that, and that would be real lasting damage on this regime, because then they'll be completely undermined economically. They wouldn't be able to pay for almost anything after that. But it also could hobble any post-regime government, so that's the risk. We could take out more, as President Trump suggested, more economic and energy facilities inside Iran, again, to strangle the regime. And then I think we could do more against their ballistic missiles, which we didn't finish completely. And then I think the ultimate issue is the nuclear, and that I don't have intelligence of that, but it's certainly the most risky thing we would do, which would be to go to where we believe they have stored nuclear enrichment material. Maybe that's under rubble that we bombed in June, and secure that perimeter and take that out. But it's certainly risky, and I sense that